There's no reason to be coy about this because you've read the title of the video and you can see the book sitting right in front of me. Today I'm going to be talking about big, hard sex criminals. Now this is a book that I never thought I would get, especially in this format. As you can see, the title is just, it's going to raise big red flags from people who've never read comics or from people who just, I mean, it's self-explanatory. This book is, well, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, honestly. It's not my favorite thing that I've ever read, but it's very entertaining. I found myself laughing at a lot of parts. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. You can tell by just the presentation of the book, which I'm going to show you. It wasn't the most addicting comic I've read, but I think I'm going to keep going. Speaking of addictive things, Injustice 2 came out recently. Very fun game. Let me know what you guys think. That game has some of the best facial expressions that I've seen in any game, and it honestly feels like you're watching a movie the whole time. I haven't played that much, but I'm really looking forward to putting some hours into it. Let's get into the review. So, as you can see, the entire book is this dark pink color. I don't know the specific name for it. Hot pink, I guess. On the spine, big hard sex criminals in gold letters. This is the first volume. It collects the first 10 issues of their run. And I don't know if it's 18 issues or 20 that have come out so far, but this collects the first 10. So, okay, like I said before, this book does not take itself seriously. I think that comes from the creative team. They're both really funny people. For mature readers, duh. Oh yeah, here's pretty much all you need to know about this book. Very concise, tells you everything you need to know about it. So you're not going to be shocked when you open this up and think, oh, what's going on? Now, it's not a very expensive cover price, honestly. The book is presented with great quality, and you can get this online for a very cheap price. I got it for about $21 on Amazon. You can probably find it for the same amount. This is pretty self-explanatory, but don't let your kids read this. Don't give this to anyone who you know can't handle it. It's a lot of stuff happens, and you're probably gonna scar children by giving this to them. Okay, so inner jacket, it's kind of summary, but honestly it's just 2 paragraphs of rambling. Now, the actual cover of the book under the jacket is one of my favorite parts of the entire thing. If you don't want to run around with a big pink book that says big hard sex criminals, you have this this false cover of this book about euthanizing your pet called Down Boy by playing on the creators' names, Matt Fraption and Chad Zdarsky. Chip Zdarsky's description is probably my favorite. Wrangling neighborhood feral cats while getting mad laid. Now, again, the book is pink, and they actually go all out. There's a description of the books and about the authors. And, yeah, there's Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky right there. So, I got a kick out of that while looking at it. Okay, so, as you might have guessed, there will be sex in this book. So, any given page that you flip to, there's going to be nudity, so, get over it. Alright. So, Chip Zdarsky's art, I've honestly never really checked out anything by him up till now. I looked him up a little bit, and apparently, other than Sex Criminals, he's done Marvel's Howard the Duck and some other comics. And Matt Fraction has said in interviews that he did a lot of research before he started writing this book. This is something that has been just festering in his head for a really long time, but he really wanted to be accurate with the details. He's talked to gynecologists, doctors, he went and studied. There's a lot of research that he put into this. So, the first issue starts off pretty slowly, but after the second or third issue, you can tell that the creative team is just, they're rolling out pretty well, pretty good scripts. They're coordinating, and they bounce off of each other really well. This book has a lot more heart than I expected. I've heard that it's very polarizing for comics readers, but I had a fun time with it. I laughed. There were a lot of emotional moments, and the characters, while, yeah, they're over the top, obviously. You have to make it that way for the book to be interesting, but there are some relatable moments in there. This is by far, this scene right here that I'm on is by far my favorite. It made me laugh more than any part of the book. A short rundown is that John and Susie are two people who can stop time once they climax, so they rob banks, and they think they're the only ones until they learn that there are other people. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil the story for you, but there's this character they call Keggleface. I'm gonna focus. Yeah, so, hold on. Yeah, so the book has great presentation, very vivid artwork. Matt Fraction's writing is, it gets stronger in the later issues. Like I said before, not for children. There's a lot of suggestive themes in here, but it's worth a try. I just picked it up out of the blue because I needed something new to read, and I was entertained by it. So the first 10 issues end, and then they start unraveling this bigger story, just this, a bigger plot than you would have initially expected. Like, it's a really big, it's, how would I explain the ending? It's like Cerebro from X-Men meets people who can stop time by having sex. So they find a way, they're trying to find these other people because they learn that they're not the only ones, and the next couple of issues is going to be them, is going to be the main characters looking for these people. So with that, that is my quick review of Big Hard Sex Criminals. For me, it's not a necessary read. I've heard that it's had a lot of critical acclaim, but I do recommend checking it up if you need something new to read, something that's going to just surprise you in a good way or bad way, depends on the reader. But I highly do recommend at least checking out the first trade paperback if you're not willing to pay $20-something online to get the 10 issues in this really nice hardcover. So if you have any suggestions of books you want to have reviewed on this channel, go ahead and comment below, and you can follow the channel on Twitter at AwesomeHeralds. Thanks for watching.